Hello, my name is John Floody, and I'm sorry I could not be with you today, but with the holidays quickly approaching, we are entering our busy holiday season. To give you a quick background about myself, I'm in my third year of my master's distance program at Auburn University. I did my undergraduate in risk management and insurance at Georgia State. I've worked in the hospitality sector for the past 13 years, including the Atlanta Athletic Club as their banquet director. But as of last spring, I have opted for a 9-to-5 job in alcohol distribution. Today I'll be presenting about my chosen topic of beer tourism, utilizing mobile applications to generate and increase beer tourism. The objective of the presented work is to use a mobile-based phone application to measure beer-based tourism and sales. I will give you a brief history of the craft brewery industry in the United States and offer suggestions for utilizing mobile applications to increase beer tourism. The problem with the beer industry now is there is little to no research to tie together mobile applications and the beer industry. This research proposes a plan to survey consumers of beer bars to measure the ability of mobile applications to generate beer tourism. Current state of the beverage industry. In 2016, average alcohol beverage sales in the United States amounted to approximately $223.3 billion. The overall beer market contributed $107.6 billion a year, making up 47% of the total contribution towards alcohol sales, with the craft beer market contributing $23.5 billion towards the beer market contribution. So basically, the overall beer industry has been stagnant, losing ground to both spirits and wine. However, the craft beer industry has seen a 6% growth year over year. Domestic beer still carries 71% of the market share, but the continued increase in growth of craft beer shows evidence of a change in consumer preference. Beer has taken an interesting turn over the past decade. Especially events like Oktoberfest in Munich have driven beer consumers to new destinations. Like wine aficionados and other collectors, beer connoisseurs developed a need to track down and taste the varying style of beers from across the world. By utilizing a mobile application that can track and store the information for consumers, it allows for those interested in beer to document and organize their beer experiences. Applications can also allow fellow users to socialize with others pertaining to similar beer interests. The enhancement of the relationship between beer and tourism through the different aspects of beer tourism can furnish opportunities for growth of both the beer industry and tourism economy. Wine tourism is the preeminent and prominent type of beverage tourism discussed in beverage literature, leaving a substantial gap in beer research. Over the past few decades, the wine industry has been at the forefront of beverage-based tourism. Travelers have sought out destinations such as Napa Valley, Australia, France, and Italy on lavish excursions to taste the finest wines the world has to offer. The wine connoisseur is not a new phenomenon, though. However, beer connoisseurs have emerged in tandem with the rise of microbreweries. Researchers like Murray and Klein associated the idea of neolocalism to the craft beer industry's boom. Neolocalism is defined as the reconnecting with place and cultivating a relationship with local identities while boosting local economies. Brewers are utilizing this call to locality by researching the history of a town or region and reintroducing local heritage through labeling and branding. Consumers are able to identify with these products and feel a sense of belonging and pride by supporting their local brands. This phenomenon could be seen around the world. In Germany, brewery tourism is an integral facet of understanding the cultural cuisines of localities as well as long-established histories of brewing. Today's modern consumer has a wealth of information available to them in the form of handheld smartphone devices. Mobile applications enable access to information more or less anytime and anywhere. The explosive growth of online environments has made the issue of information search and selection increasingly cumbersome. Users are overwhelmed by options which they may not have had time or knowledge to access. Search engines like Google have begun to provide too much information. Rather than being inundated with a plethora of choices via search engines, technology has allowed marketers to individually make recommendations based off user preferences. Recommender systems, as they're known, provide assistance through the use of social processes by indicating or receiving indications about what options are better suited to a specific case for specific individuals based off the user preferences. Another example would be push services. Push services allow users to access information that is pertinent without the need of human-computer interaction. A lot of these use geocaching type of abilities, which document where you are and make recommendations based off of where you're located. Today's consumers expect information in a highly personalized way, adapted to both preferences and location. Foldable devices have increased access to information, and tourism has largely been affected by the use of these mobile devices. Mobile information services are gradually supplementing and may in the future even replace traditional information sources to support tourists. Tourists are able to plan a trip utilizing their mobile devices, navigate foreign destinations, and seek out new destination opportunities they may not have previously marketed to the casual tourist. With the proliferation of more powerful and especially GPS-enabled mobile devices, mobile applications will play an increasingly important role in tourism. The applications of mobile tourism vary immensely between each sector and are designed to satisfy the needs of each individual sector. Mobile applications have promoted increased tourism over the past few years. One of the most visible human-computer interaction developments of 2016 was the widespread success of the location-based game Pokemon Go. Researchers documented a shift in human population movements. Prior work in the location-based gaming space suggests that Pokemon Go successfully incentivized people to do something they rarely do, actually changing where they must go. Moreover, given the popularity of Pokemon Go, the game encouraged people to go to new places at a tremendous scale.